Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute. Lots of stuff going on, but really glad to be back. Really glad to be filming some videos. I'm really glad to be back working on this thing. So we'll be back working on the Mark 1. Let me give you a really quick update on what I've been up to. I haven't been doing nothing, but progress hasn't exactly been particularly quick. So lots of different, I suppose, small things like sourced a standard rear axle. So my other one had been flipped and the welding on it wasn't great, and as much as I could have flipped it back, just didn't really want to start getting into that in alignment. So managed to find a standard non-modified rear axle, which is great. Here, see that? So that's good. That now means that we have something to build suspension around. Talking about other bits and pieces and different jobs. So working on rebuilding the sunroof, which has been a complete head melt, to be honest, trying to source original parts for a completely aftermarket sunroof. So managed to get there, and now slowly and surely we're working away on the bench, trying to put it all back together, work out which parts we can reuse. Some stuff went off to get powder coated, some new rubbers, lots of different stuff going on. What else? What else have we been up to? Inside the car, see, we've started to do some sound deadening. A wee bit of seam sealer work just on the back. Again, just things that needed done after it came back from the body shop. Actually, most obvious thing, I've actually put the window frames back in. All new seals, all cut. They come sized for a 3-door, which the doors are longer, so a bit of time, a bit of precision required in order to get those. Where will we go next? Engine is still on the stand. There's been no update on that, but hopefully progressing. I'll update in a future video. So this is probably the most exciting update that I have. After trying to source the original suspension components and honestly having next to no luck, started to look at different options. We now have air ride. So the Mark 1 is going on air ride, and today we're going to be focusing on building the rear suspension, putting the system together, and then the rear axle in, just to hope it all lines up before we send the axle away for powder coating. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so that is all of the stuff unpacked. We're ready to go. The sun is making an appearance, which is again a very rare sight in Northern Ireland, so the jumper may need to come off at some point, and no doubt it'll be raining later on. But what we do have, I've done a bit of prep already of the mounting points. You got to clean off the undersail, put some primer on those just to make sure that it doesn't rust before we go in. And we have a handy set of instructions which are in German, which is great. Not particularly fluent in German, so I have utilized the services provided by Google. Let me show you. So instructions, pictures, Google's translation. So what could possibly go wrong? Let's give it a go, see how we get on. Okay, so as you can see, this is the part, but I don't know if the camera will pick it up right on this edge. Yeah, you can just see there that it's starting to take it away. That's the point where this needs to sit up flush against the bodywork, and this is just maybe 3 or 4 mil gap. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the rotary tool actually just to take an edge of this powder coat off and see, will it slide up a bit smoother. I don't want to be too harsh, but I've been hammering it, so I would have expected it to come off, but we'll see. Bit of modification. Okay, so that is the rear axle together. Just rolled straight into that. I'll be honest, I haven't got the mounting thing sorted yet. Just needed a bit of a break to do something else. So yeah, I'll show you it down here. I can't see a thing. Let me turn you around. So that is the axle all together. Links go on here on this side. Bag sits there and it's secured into chassis of the car. It'll be interesting to see. So it'll be interesting to see now whether or not the alignment works. I heard there's problems with the bags not sitting straight with this kit. That is a completely unmodified rear axle, so that it should be exactly as it came from the factory. So in theory, if this is bolt on, it should just bolt on. But again, I'll not hold my breath. Right, get back to underneath and get it mounted. Alright, back again. So the two chassis rail supports for the top of the bags are in, which is great. Very, very surreal drilling in the brand new metal that you paid a fortune for the body shop to weld in. But again, in hindsight, should have done all of this work before getting the car painted and undersealed, but here we are. Next, I'm going to go and wrestle again with the mounts and see can I get them in. I've double checked, they're definitely the right type. Everything's lined up. It doesn't feel like there's anything blocking it going in, but I don't know. I'm just going to go and have a wrestle and see how it goes. Wish me luck. Alright folks, I'm calling it quits for day one. You know when you get to the stage where you just need to take a break and you just need to step away? Well, that's the point. Went to put the kind of sway bar, the link, can't remember the name of it. Watson link? Hold on. The Watts linkage. That's the one. Sorry, had to cut to go and look that up, otherwise it would have really annoyed me. So went to start assembling that just to get it ready in the interim, and basically the welding on the support itself it's been welded too thin, and it's thick steel, so trying to prise it apart. I've just met my tolerance for the day. So with that, we're going to park it. I'm going to pick up and do a bit of research, see has anyone else discovered these issues, and we will be back another day. By the magic of YouTube, that'll be instantaneously, so I'll see you in a second. Okay, we're back in the garage. It's not been a couple of weeks, it's not been a couple of months. I started filming and working on this job in June or July of this year. It's now December, there's a storm outside, the warm clothes are on, and yeah, there's lots of reasons why it's taken so long. Partially parts needing modified, some parts needing replaced that weren't manufactured right. The other thing is life just got super busy. So back in the garage today, in the mood to just get through it. So let's cut to the montage and get this suspension in. In the interest of absolute transparency, a quick interlude now because I put the bags in the wrong way around, so the air line fitting should be at the top. So I've got to undo what I've just done, flip the bag around, do it the right way. other camera died when I was fitting the watch linkage, and honestly I don't have the energy to recharge it and to keep filming. So I kept going. I've lined absolutely everything up. As I've been going there, I haven't actually buttoned up all of the bolts just to give a bit of flexibility, but I'll show you where we've got to so far. So we're nearly there. Have a look underneath. So there's bag, shock, all in. This side, there's a slight alignment issue with that bag and that adjuster, or that plate, but to be honest, that is going to be sorted another day. So I still have a few more bolts. Oh, try and actually focus on my face. I've still got a few more bolts to replace, so I've put placeholder bolts in there at the moment. I've sort of nipped up bits and pieces. I'm absolutely sure that right hand side will align once I get everything buttoned up. But for now, and the reason, sorry, I'll explain the reason I'm so confident that'll happen, is that that's a completely standard unmodified rear axle, so it's never been messed with. But for now, I'm going to end the video. I'm going to end the video with a smile. It's only taken 6 months to get that done, but hopefully we'll get a bit more momentum on the Mark 1 videos. I'd really appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed the content, fire a comment down if I've done something really silly or missed a really obvious point. Otherwise, I will look forward to seeing you in the next Mark 1 video, and it definitely won't be as long.